Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys spending a little time with me today, checking the video out. And guys, today I'm going to give you tips and advice on how to best store your soft plastics for a lot of different reasons, as far as maintaining their integrity and their longevity and their action that they have on it. So I'm going to go over and show you guys my box here and how I like to show them, and sort of basically go through some do's and don'ts with it. It's going to basically save you a lot of money in the long term there. Also, guys, just a quick thank you, quick reminder out there. Really appreciate everybody that's been using my Tackle Warehouse links in the description if you're needing to buy any fishing equipment. So I had some people ask about how you access that. It's like on each video, underneath the video title, you'll see a little thing that says more. And if you just click on that more button, it takes you to the links and you can navigate through there. So much appreciated. Okay, guys, I'm going to switch the camera around here. I'm going to show you one of my boxes here and sort of explain what we're talking about here. So here we go. Okay guys, here's one of my soft plastic boxes we're talking about here. This has my Zoom Z-Craws in it, and got them all laid out here. Now, first of all, one thing I want to talk about is I do not like storing my soft plastics in bags like this very long. Now, I'll put them up here just to get them out of the way to see what I've got going. But when I am serious about it, and like I'm getting ready for a tournament, I'll take every one of those out of the bag and put them in a box like this. Now, the reason I do this is you can hold more product without taking up as much room in your boat. And also it protects the integrity of the bait, because a lot of times, just say for example, if you got just a box of, or like a bag of brush hogs like this, some of them are in there, they're laying crooked a little bit and the legs get bent on them. But if you take time to lay all your soft plastics out neat like I have here, you're not going to have those bent tails. And another big tip I'll give you on this, guys, is make sure that your tails on your baits here are not like pushed against the edge like that. See how that is? That's going to cause them to get crooked. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that my baits are turned inward, where the tail's facing inward like that. And that keeps those tails from getting bent out of shape and everything. But just each one of these, now this isn't as neat as I usually have it because it's got bounced around the boat a little bit, but just take time to lay them out neat and, perfectly spaced or like that, so they'll lay flat and they're not all scrunched up together. Now guys, I'll do this with about every type of soft plastic that I have. The only ones that I don't really do it a lot with are some of the bigger swim baits that have the larger paddle tails on there, because a lot of times if you use those swim baits that have the bigger paddle tails, like say that, let me show you one right here. If you try to lay those baits that have the big paddle tails on it, like the Megabass Mag Draft like that, see like that, sometimes those big paddle tails, they will not lie flat. And when you put them in there, it bends the tail. And once you bend that tail, it never has the right action. A lot of times if you bend the tail on a swim bait or something like that, when you reel it through the water, it won't even wiggle. So I do like to leave my the swim baits that I have with bigger tails either in the plastic bubble pack or hang them free where they don't have any pressure on them. But this is how I set up all my creature baits, all my worms, tubes, anything like that. And they're easily labeled too, because I can put them up there and you see I've got them easily labeled, you know what they are, and you can put quite a few of them in a boat. So I just recommend, guys, just getting you some of these clear plastic Plano or Flambeau or whatever boxes they are there, and start putting your soft plastics in there. Now, some of the things you're going to have to do with it is about once a year, if you have a lot of them in there like I do, you have to take them out and you have to repack them, because what happens is they'll even take a set the way that they are right there, especially if you got them bouncing and jarring around in a boat and you're taking them out and you're mixing them up. They get messed up a little bit. So about once a year, I'll dump them all out and I'll repack them in there nicely. Couple different things with this. It's like, not only does it increase the longevity of your soft plastic by doing it like this, but again, more importantly, it will maintain the integrity of your tails. Now, it doesn't matter if you got a tail like on a creature bait or if you have a curly tail plastic worm, you want to maintain that curl that has the proper action, because if you put soft plastic in a box wrong and it does take a set, it could dramatically affect the action or even the straightness of the worm. If you're using a straight-tailed worm that doesn't have any tail on it, if you don't lay them in there just right, those worms will get a crook in them. I just don't think they're near as effective. So Main thing is when you're putting them in there, take your time to lay them in there right, where they just lay down flat with that. But anyway, my big advice, guys, is get them out of those bags, put them in a clear plastic box there, and it just works out better all the way around. So hope it helps out. Talk to you later.